Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for July the 7th, 2010. Now, our first position tonight, we're going to be looking at the sugar futures. We can see that our triple EMA crossover has taken place back here on or about June the 4th across to the upside. We were experiencing some volatility. The market subsequently dropped below the 18-day predicted moving average at the 1639 mark. However, is now reversed and closed above it at 1669. We can see that the candles are moving positive on the last 3 days in a row. This trade here, in my opinion, represents some decent opportunity for long positions. So what we're going to do in this particular case is buy in a dip. Now, our predicted medium and long-term differences are still looking pretty good. Coming out of that overbought territory, predicted MACD has crossed over the trigger, still above the zero line, same as the predicted true strength indicator. However, the predicted true strength indicator is in overbought territory, but as we can see here, our indicator is actually starting to run along flat, which is a good indication that it's going to pause on its move down and start moving. The uptrend is likely to continue here on the sugar contracts. Now let's go in and have a look at the short, the medium, and the long-term crossover just to see how things are looking there, because we know we have a mixed signal here. Now, looking at the short term, we can see we've crossed over to the downside. However, these green indicators here suggest that we are correcting and moving back higher again. Now, looking at the medium term indicator, we can see that this one here is just barely made across and it's struggling on the trigger. Now, this would tell me that the long-term crossover has not crossed and is likely getting ready to move back up. So that is true. Now, the long-term crossover we can see here is not crossed over the trigger. So everything looks good for this thing to continue its move up. So from this point, let's go into our daily report and see if we can fine-tune our entry point for tomorrow. Now, again, with the sugar contracts, they have been moving lower, but again, when the market moves lower, that doesn't mean the trend is reversing. That simply provides a different type of opportunity. So your smarter players will stand on the sideline, wait for the buy signal to come back around, and then get back in. So looking at this, we can see for tomorrow that our neural index is now turned positive. This is a leading indicator for us on an intraday basis, turning from 0 to 1. Our low for tomorrow is 1646. We want to use that as our entry point, and our high tomorrow is 1689. So essentially, we're going to be looking for a slight pullback, and then we're going to get back into our long positions on the sugar futures contracts. Now, again, we are experiencing some volatility, but based on the long-term crossover, everything looks like this is going to continue. Now, that's our first trade for tomorrow. Now, our second position, we're going to go into the foreign exchange market. Now, looking at our second trade for tonight, we're going to be getting into the Euro-US. We can see that we have a fresh crossover to the upside from Vantage Point. I know a number of market analysts and participants felt that this is just a corrective move and the Euro is going to get slammed back down, but we can see that it's been a very long time since Vantage Point has actually put out a confirmed buy signal. Now, this is one of the advantages to intermarket analysis versus single market analysis, is that it is putting out a clean signal, and it's basically done so at the 122 level. Very interesting stuff. So our predicted medium and long-term differences, touch overbought, but not too bad. Predicted MACD looks good, and the predicted true strength indicator from Vantage Point also looks good. Now, when we have a fresh crossover like this on the software, what we want to do is we want to be a little bit more aggressive on our position entry. So with this, we're looking at 125.57, 124.48, and 123.72 is our 18-day predicted moving average. So in short, what we're doing is we're buying all the way down to 123.72, but we're going to be, because we have a fresh crossover and it's a strong signal, we're going to be looking to get in around this 3-day predicted moving average, respecting the fact that we're hoping here, we're going to go into our daily report, that it coincides with that 3-day predicted moving average. So let's go into our daily report from Vantage Point and make sure that that entry point that I've just suggested is consistent with Vantage Point's predicted low of the day. So we can see here that it is 125.35 is our predicted low, 126.82 is our predicted high. So what we want to do is wait for the market to pull back towards the 125.55, 125.65 area, When it pulls back towards that area, we want to use that to get into our entry point. Now, again, we are going to experience some more volatility with the equities and the commodities, but this signal from Vantage Point, the buy signal on Euro US actually came out before the non-farm payrolls last week. So it's very important to remember that we try and avoid the market noise of the economic data and stick with what the software is saying. And again, you can see here that we got this buy signal on actually the 29th of June. This buy signal began to gain a considerable amount of strength, and of course that's progressed all the way from the 122 level up to where we currently are now. We've closed at 126.24. We've hit a high today of approximately 126.62. So everything looks good there also. So now, respecting the fact we have tomorrow the live pre-market open at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, a link of which is of course attached here. If you just click on the link and go, you can come out and watch the live trading tomorrow morning. So since we do have that live trading, let's go see if we can get another foreign exchange trade for the morning with our live trade. Now, the British pound US dollar, this trade, we can see here that I've been trading it aggressively since about the beginning of June. We started off, originally the buy signal was put out between the 143.60 and the premium buy position right up around that 144.80 area. We can see that it's progressed and it's moved all the way up to a high for about 849 pips. Now, this trade is looking, could be considered that it's looking a little tired here and that it's moved up. How could something move up 849 pips and still, you know, why are we still buying this? Well, the fact of the matter is I still have long positions in this, and until the software tells me that this is beginning to turn, there's really no reason for me to exit this position at this time. So with that said, we're going to look at this and go into another position, into another long position. Now, our key areas 150.77, 151.39, and again, we've got 149.56 is our major level of support, 150.77 is our second level of support, our third level of support 151.39, which is likely a good area for us to focus on for tomorrow. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into our daily report now and see if we can fine-tune the entry. We've got 150.61, excuse me, is the low, and 152.26 as the high for the day. However, the neural index is pointing down. So what we want to do is go in here and have a look and see, you know, if we can figure out what's going on. Why is that thing pointing down all of a sudden when we're showing an uptrend? So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into our indicator, our general indicators, and what we're going to do is put up and check our short, medium, and long-term crossover. Now, chances are the short-term crossover has, well, actually it hasn't crossed over. So, you know, this is the beauty of the software. It is picking up on something that's going to send the British pound US dollar lower. Now, but to be clear, Vantage Point is also not saying that the uptrend is over. It's just saying the immediate direction for tomorrow is down. So with the down direction and the predicted low in that 150.61 area, our 8-day predicted moving average comes in at 150.77, and again, when we're going to enter this, but all our stops are going to be below the 149.56 area. So for tomorrow, our focus is going to be between 151.39 and 150.77, and that is going to be our entry point for tomorrow, and then we're going to be looking for an extension back up above that 152 mark. Now, hopefully we can get into this under live trading conditions tomorrow morning, and I think there's a very good possibility that we can. So again, those are the market positions for July the 7th, 2010, and my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.